Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Right then. Show me what you have. Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have
A scientist? You are much more...
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other...
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist
What do you mean when you say that I am more...
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me.
But you are seeking us?
Well, I suppose I can...
Where of the decimate...
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before...
What is left, then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the...
God will recognize his own. More than...
Purification by fire...
Your lack of faith is predictable.
You're mad. and dangerous.
My son.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary.
What do you call quite a judge?
Are you?
Well,
As a
what do you... I...
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel.
Dr. Reed, the famous...
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs.
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for...
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the...
So you risk your life to reveal the truth.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and...
That's quite honorable.
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an...
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr.
I don't know much about the man. He's very cool.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man.
Where can I find this?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel.
He never
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly...
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before post...
He never...
No.
Really?
He went to...
I still have questions.
I don't know much about the man.
Goodbye, Mr.
Good evening.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the...
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I know what you're thinking. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about... a stubborn and mute cop. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your son... Very well. The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. I cannot enter. It's locked.
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the true horror.
Stay close, keep an eye on each other. This one's mine! Hey, leeches! We have to stop him! Some of that?
Protection against malevolence and trickery. You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your...
Stupid beast! One back to the shadows! Don't like that, do ya? The power of the Lord commands!
I order you to stand back! The power of the Lord commands you!
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic.
A doctor?
All right. I cannot enter.
Best run along home, sir. Best be moving on. Come on! Back to the shadows! Away with you!
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the true horror around you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course.
What are you talking
Do you remember?
My mother...
Most people fail to understand.
May I ask what you're...
Not at all. I've just enjoyed...
But are you not afraid?
Oh, why should I?
If you say so.
Thank you,
Do you need medical attention?
It may be
I understand your appetite for...
the nutrition.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information.
Are you not curious?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic.
Guilty as
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why...
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain...
Do you not think it...
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty.
What can you tell me about...
Not much. And that's the...
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lived?
Maybe I prefer she remains...
In what way?
The struggle by gaslight.
If you say so. Vivid, of course, yes.
Oh, yes?
Do you not...
On the
What can you...
Not much.
May I ask...
Not at all. I'm just...
Are you aware that your life could be in danger?
But this is where I must be to feed...
If some misfortune came upon you...
Well, you, for a start, my dear doc...
I understand your need.
I don't care.
May I ask you...
Extraordinary part of town.
I'm looking for...
Dorothy Craig.
What can you tell me about...
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist.
Tell me, Miss...
On the...
What?
Not...
I'll leave you alone.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Some of us come to this world already touched by grace.
Hello. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know...
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical...
I have to admit your words have convict.
It's locked, all right.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across.
We've not been formed...
I am Darius.
Tell Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost...
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around.
Are you not worried for her?
She is as brave as she is tough. And
are you in love?
Don't be stupid.
So Dorothy's real?
Like myself.
She seems important.
More than you can.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied,
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my hope.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austrians.
It is not the country I fought for.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you?
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with the...
Do you have any...
Who knows?
Don't be
It's...
This will...
No.
Tell me everything. Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu. What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could? Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe this courtesy? This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Doctor. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Oh, this one stinks already. He's mine!
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Pay for peace of mind.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can...
I'm not looking for what you're selling.
All right, then.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't use...
I have no interest in your work.
Short story. The...
Many people must deal with poverty, but not all.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you...
Tell me about it.
Are you joking?
I have no interest in you. Many people.
And when exactly...
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in White...
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with...
Why this...
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never...
Are you talking from...
I've seen your type.
Christina...
I don't like doctors.
Considering...
If it is going to happen...
You can put your own life in danger.
And you think that...
Goodbye, miss.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll...
It's locked. Hello again. Very well. Goodbye then. Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill him! boy! To you! Crush the leaves, boys!